Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Mana Cave. My name is Ed.
My name's Travis.
Travis?
Yes, sir.
What are we doing today? I'm not throwing you into the bus because we didn't discuss this ahead of time, but you know what we're playing, so...
I'm playing... I'm mono red, that's all I know. No, it is the... I couldn't tell you the year, but it is the Challenger decks, is what they call it,
2021.
Right? The most recent Challenger.
Yes. This is the Battle of the Losers.
Right.
Not referring to Travis and I,
Wah, wah.
so don't go there. We're talking about the decks, because these are the decks that lost during the most recent Challenger Deck Showdown.
And they're both really good.
Well, they are both really good, honestly. This is not the strongest mono red deck ever.
It is significantly worse.
But I still think that deck is quite nice. I think all the Challenger decks have typically been quite good. And this is going to be the Dimir Rogue deck, which I really enjoyed, and yet I didn't get to play more than once. So now we do. Now we both get to play decks that we enjoyed playing more than once. And you folks seem to want this matchup because a lot of you really liked the Dimir Rogues deck, and a lot of you hated the fact that Azorius Control beat the Mono Red. A lot of you just hate Azorius Control. I get it.
There's a hierarchy of hate, apparently, and I wouldn't have thought that anything could get higher than Mono Red, because nobody likes Mono Red. It's one of the most popular decks. But apparently, Azorius Control...
And it's like, and when you're the one piloting the deck that people hate, it's like, you know it's not me, right? I didn't make this deck. I'm just there piloting it, so...
I'm so sorry about this.
I did apologize when I was like, I feel legitimately bad. Counter that, and yeah, so... And then, but overwhelmingly, people have been quite positive about this particular series. So
because now you're playing with power.
So let's milk it.
Yeah.
Let's milk it a little bit more. Yeah. So, I don't think we have much else to say to begin with. These ones can go quite long, so we'll probably keep the talking to a minimum. But
you can always tell when it's the second set of videos recorded at night, because the opening chit-chat is like...
And my voice starts getting a bit huskier.
Yeah.
I'll pass you dice here. There we go.
Dice.
So we're going to roll to see who goes first. At this point, you guys will have seen our opening hands. I had a mulligan. You did not?
I did not mulligan. You mulliganed?
I did. 4. Ooh, you crushed me. So you're going to get to go first as well, too.
Turn 1 fervent champion. There's no turn 1 fervent champion. We're all set here?
We're all set. Let's do this thing.
There will be a turn 1 mountain, and there is no turn 1 fervent champion.
Ooh, okay. So I will draw. And I'm going to play a Temple of Deceit. Enters the battlefield tapped. When it does, I scry 1, and I can tap it for blue and black. So I'm going to scry 1.
He seems intrigued. Ooh,
put that back on top. I will put that back on top. Pass the turn now to you, though.
Untap. Untap. Another mountain, though.
Okay.
And we're going to go ahead and we're going to tap 3 for the Kerrigan Intimidator. 3/1 Warrior Knight. Cowards. Can't block warriors. I can pay 1 of anything. Choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Kerrigan Intimidator gets +1/+1 until end turn. Target creature becomes a coward until end turn. Target warrior gains trample until end turn. So there's a lot of stuff going on there, but unless you got tons of extra mana, he's a 3/1 with no haste. Back to you, sir.
My turn. Okay. Untap. Draw the card I know about. Alrighty. I'm going to play another Temple of Deceit. So I'm going to scry again. Love me some scrying.
Why is it the one turn I remember an awesome turn 1 play is when you're double bounce land or double slow lands.
That will go back on top, and I will pass the turn now to you.
There's still 1 blue, which is still scary. Alright, I will play a mountain.
Okay.
Sure. I did that. And believe it or not, I'm going to tap 3 pre-combat.
Oh, okay.
For Annex the Hardened in the Forge. Not the Hardened, he's just Hardened in the Forge. So his power is equal to my devotion to red. So currently he is a 3/3. Whenever another non-token creature I control dies, create a 1/1 red Satyr creature token with this creature can't block. If this creature has power 4 or greater, create 2 tokens instead. So just in case you have 1 black mana that can kill this thing as I attack you with it, I'll get a Satyr out of it.
Seems unlikely.
Who's smart now? Attack you with my 3/1.
Okay, well I'm going to tap for 1 black.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm going to flash out Thieves Guild Enforcer.
Right.
It's a 1/1, and whenever Thieves Guild Enforcer or another rogue enters the battlefield under my control, each opponent mills 2 cards. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, Thieves Guild Enforcer gets +2/+1 and has Death Touch. Has none of that right now.
So she did ETB though, so I do...
She did enter the battlefield, yep.
So there goes a Fervent Champion. And a mountain.
And a mountain. And I'm actually going to block your 3-1 with that. That's not a first strike, right?
Does not have first strike.
It's a great time to... It's always good to ask if something has first strike after you've already cleared blockers. So, damage.
Damage.
All right, and they trade. So another card goes to your graveyard.
But now, something I did not get to do last time.
But wait, there's more. There we go.
I got a non-broken criminy 1/1 satyr.
It's a bloken.
No, he can't bloke. Don't even think about broken. However, he unfortunately does not have any devotion to red, this satyr.
Yeah,
so
sadly.
He's only a 2/3 now, my Annex. And that taps me out. What would you?
My turn? Okay, untap. Draw. Oh. I'm going to play a Dismal Blackwater. Or Backwater, not Blackwater. When it enters the battlefield, enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, I gain a life. And I can add black or blue. So I'm going to go up to 21. And I'm just going to pause for a moment because I got something in my eye. So, crisis averted. Travis, I will pass the turn out to you.
All right. Untap. Draw. We will go to combat.
Go for it. Okay.
1/1 and a 2/3.
I'm going to tap for 2, a blue and a black, and I'm going to flash out the Soaring Thought Thief. It's a 1/3 flyer with flash. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, rogues I control get +1/+0. Whenever 1 or more rogues you control attack, each opponent mills 2 cards. I'm actually going to pop that in front of the satyr to try to stem off some damage.
I will tap 1.
Oh, you and your shenanigans.
To cast the adventure side of the Rimrock Knight. So adventure is target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And yeah, it's a Boulder Rush part of it. He's also a 3/1 dude when he's not on his adventure, which is where he's going now.
Okay.
So I was targeting my satyr, so he does become a 3/1.
Okay, so they will trade?
They will trade.
Okay. Now, that doesn't trigger when it's a token creature?
Right, it's a non-token creature. So.
Yeah.
But hopefully I'll keep him handy. So each will take 2 damage, though?
I still take 2 damage. Thank you for reminding me, because I would hate to forget that and have everyone hate me in the comment section. So I'm down to 19.
And then, you know what? We're going to keep him on his adventure, and I'll tap 2 for a Kerrigan Intimidator again. We saw him before.
Nice.
And pass back to you.
Pass back to me. So,
notable, he's back up to a 3/3.
back up.
Whoop.
Yeah, okay. Alrighty. I'm going to play a swamp. I will...
We will both stroke our chins.
Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to tap 2 black and 1 of whatever, and I'm going to bring out the Nighthawk Scavenger. It's got flying, it's got death touch, it's got lifelink. Its power is equal to 1 plus the number of card types among cards in your opponent's graveyards. Now, currently, you have 2 creatures and a land, correct?
Correct.
So right now, this is going to be a 3/3 because you got 2 different types in there. So 3/3, flyer, death touch, and lifelink. Pass the turn to you.
Untap. Draw. Play the card edge draw. Tap in 2 for a sorcery called Royal Eruption. It's going to deal 3 damage to any target. There's a kicker of 5, the bitch will deal 5 damage, but I don't have the 5 mana sitting around to kicker it.
And who are you casting that on?
Targeting your dude.
I'm going to tap for 1 black, and I'm going to cast an instant. Malakur's Rebirth. Choose target creature. I lose 2 life, so I'm going to immediately go down to 17, which sucks, but still. Until the end of your turn, that creature gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control.
At least it's tapped.
So this is also one of those ones that could flip for a land, but so it does die. Sadly, it wasn't a fight or anything like that, so it didn't get to take advantage of his lifelink, but it is back and tapped under my control. But I'm still looking at some damage.
Okay.
But it now as well too, because there's now a sorcery in there. It is now a 4/3.
So I'm then going to post-combat tap 1 for the Coolum Hellhound.
I thought it was more burn. I was like, no. After all that.
No. That was the card I drew that turn.
Okay.
It has landfall. It's a 0/1. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under my control, he gets +2/+2. So he can become a 2/3.
Okay.
He does, however, have Devotion Red. So now his power is currently 4.
Yes.
So even though you're going to gain a lot of it back,
Taking so much now.
attacking you for 7.
7. That's gonna put me down to 10. I'm not liking this at all, Travis.
Yeah, you have a lifelinker in the air with Death Touch, so just chill, brah. Just chill. You got this.
We'll see.
I'm tapped out.
You're tapped out?
Tapped out.
Okay, so...
Got a knight on an adventure. He's off there partying.
Alrighty. I'm going to play an island.
My 0/1 does not have reach.
Oh, man. I mean, I can keep it up as a blocker. I can swing in. If I swing in right now, I'm gaining 4 back to put me to 14. You're currently showing 7 plus. That's probably going to go up another to 9. I mean, technically, I'd still be alive.
That's the spirit.
You also have burn, which could just burn straight to my face. You could burn this. Burn all this.
I would burn that.
That would be a waste to burn all this. I could also keep it as a blocker, gain the lifelink from killing one of your guys, because none of them have first strike. So it probably wouldn't live against any of them, but you can also make it a coward. That coward only affects neither of those other ones are warriors.
But target warrior gains trample. So yeah. That means nothing really.
You know what? I came here to fight. So 4 damage.
I have no way of blocking that. I dropped down to 16.
That's going to put me back up to 14.
Ouch.
I will pass the turn now to you as I organize my lands a bit.
Untap. Really would like to hit some more land drops, but oh well. We'll do the same thing. Royal Eruption. I'm not lying. That is the card I drew that turn. I just happen to have had another one in hand.
I hate you so much.
I didn't lie. I was just manipulative. A bit of a jerk.
Oh, man. Okay.
But, all right. I'm not playing a land, so he's not doing nothing. Back for the old 7, but I guess I can pump him by 1. So he's now at 4, and he's 4.
Okay, I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to flash out another Soaring Thought Thief. And I will put that in front of that to try to lessen the damage a little bit.
Cool.
Oh, man, this is rough. Okay, so...
Just 4.
Oh, wait, does that get a +1 or plus 1 plus 0 or +1 +1?
+1 +1.
Oh, shoot. I wouldn't have done that then.
Back it up.
I will back it up if that's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. For whatever reason, I was thinking just +1 +0. So
because that's the red thing.
Yeah. Okay. So wow. So I'll still be taking
8 then.
I will take 8 then.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for that, by the way. This is one of the things which I think some people are happy with that we do. We're a bit more casual, and I think other people will be like, no, he said he's blocking.
Go for the throat.
Yes. Don't you dare. If I win this one, people are going to be so annoyed. That's going to be the TSN cheating point. Is it my turn?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Okay. So untap.
He doesn't have lifelink, does he?
Draw. He does not have lifelink.
He's flash and flying.
I'm at 6. How many cards do you have in your graveyard right now?
My graveyard, I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm not going to attack. But I am going to tap for 2 black and 1 of whatever to bring out another Nighthawk Scavenger.
No!
I will pass the turn now to you.
Oh, that's not good. Just, please. Please be either.
So tense.
Boom. That's at least decent, because that does landfall buddy.
Yeah, so it makes me have to make choices.
Speaking of choices. Tap in 4. For Torbrand of the Red Fell.
So big now.
Yeah. So he has 3 devotion, which makes that now a 7/3. But everything is going to do an extra 2 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all red sources, right?
All red sources. I guess I should read them. Torbrand, Thane of Redfell. Redfell. He's a 2/4 dwarf noble legendary creature. If a red source you control would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage +2 instead. That actually would even affect my red spells, like burn spells too.
Now it's damage to an opponent, not to...
No, it is damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls.
I wish you'd stop reading at that point. Just cut it off an opponent. Okay.
All right, and then, it's pretty obvious. We're just...
Alrighty, so I will put the 1/3 in front of the 3/1. Technically, it's going to be attacking like a 5/1. I'm going to put the 4... That is not a first strike, right?
It's not a first strike.
4/3, because it's still just 4/3, right? None of those are instances. They're both sorceries?
That's sorcery, yeah.
Okay, sorcery, creature, land, so 4/3 in front of your 19/3 or whatever the hell it is by this point.
Only 7, I think.
Damage goes through.
Damage goes through.
I'm taking 4 because it's going to do 2 additional damage to me. So that's going to put me down to 2. I will gain 4. So I stay at 6.
Okay. I'm going to have 2 death triggers.
Yes.
So I'm going to create 2 satyrs.
Is it other or is it?
Whenever annex or another non-total creature.
Okay. I was hoping that wasn't the case, Travis.
But they go to
and the thing is, those are going to attack as 3/1s now, as long as that's still on the board, right? So.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Heart of the cards.
You have a card in hand. Why you're all dramatic about
I have
that?
a card in hand, yes.
None of the Vampire Nighthawk, is it?
You know it's not a land because I wouldn't be reading this much.
There's a lot of text on some of those lands.
Okay.
Especially if it's one of those like lands that are also spells.
I'm going to play an island. Pass the turn to you.
Bloop, 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 bloop. I mean, he might as well be up there,
Yeah.
Draw. We'll tap 1 for a Fervent Champion.
Oh.
1/1 first strike and haste.
To be fair, I don't think this changes the math any, but okay.
No, but just in case,
there's
1 more, and he has haste. If it didn't have haste, and because Annex is not there, so we'll just turn them all that way.
Okay, so I'm going to pay 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including a black and a blue for Zareth, San, the Trickster, Legendary, Merfolk Rogue, Flash, 4/4. I can pay 2, a blue and a black, return an unblocked attacking rogue you control to its owner's hand, put Zareth, San, the Trickster from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may put target permanent card from the player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Well, that was a lot of reading for something that's not going to make any difference whatsoever. I will...
I think you don't want to block the big
I know, but it's not. It's all math, right? So
actually, you block him.
Taking 3, 6,
9, because he did not get buffed. So
yeah. Oh, that's right too. Yeah, you got bluffed. Oh,
it looked intimidating though. Just throw it all sideways like you got.
So even if you hadn't played a small hasty creature, still wouldn't mathematically would not have helped. So. Yeah. Well, there we go. Now this is what I think more people expected from the mono red aggro deck type of thing. Like you were out of the, and I put up a fight, but I was basically just chumping, a whole lot of chumping. I wasn't able to get an offense going. Part of me wanted to not hold back the lifelinking flyer and just start swinging in with it.
Yeah.
But
well, you did once because next turn I went and played the burn spell anyway. So again, that way it kind of makes sense because you wouldn't be able to block. You wouldn't have gained any life.
Aggro, removal, burn, you know what I mean? It's tough. And you as well, too. You even had that if you needed another creature eventually anyways, right? So, so there we go.
Mono red aggro. We're
going to see if maybe I can get at least one more game out of the Dimir Rogues deck. If not, we're going to say goodbye to this deck in the losers bracket of the 2021 Challenger Deck Showdown. Next game, right now. And we're back in the second game of the losers bracket of the 2020 Challenger Deck Showdown. Travis.
Yes, sir.
Our our sideboards, I should say.
Our lack of mulligans.
Yeah, we did not mulligan, but we did sideboard, both of us, right?
Yeah.
Now, I sideboarded 5 cards, I believe. They're on screen, so that the correct total will be there. And you probably can tell why I took some of those in and out. Travis's cards are showing which you sideboard in and out, which is a mystery to me, except for one which you're sort of talking about, and there was a reason for it.
Well, I just really like that goblin.
Yeah.
Because if things just aren't happening on the board, if he drops one of those little constructs, it's just fun.
Yeah.
You're
It's
always
just
taking advantage.
just a constant pinging to it, right? So
the other
now I
ones
feel
are-
kind of bad because I felt like almost like I talked you into, because you were like, you know what? I would love to sideboard this in. It's really not useful in this matchup. And I'm like, you have a game to play around with. And you're like, you know what? Yeah. Now
One
I feel
card.
like, hopefully, it's one card. Yeah.
One card.
And at this
What are
point,
the odds of seeing anything?
at this point, you'll have it in your opening hand guaranteed. At this point, our opening hands are being shown.
Yeah.
Neither of us mulliganed. I'm sort of okay with my opening hand. I think it's got legs, but we'll see if I'm correct. And I do get to go first as well, too, because I did lose. So I'm going to start off by playing a Temple of Deceit, which we saw before. So I'm going to scry.
Who taught you to go first? I'm going to go first. I'm going to play a land that enters tapped. Again, the hard choice.
That has to go on the bottom. It has to go on the bottom, unfortunately. It's so tempting, but it's got to go on the bottom. That's my turn. I will pass it now to you, sir.
Draw. Play a card I just drew. Tap that card. Or the Fervent Champion.
Nice.
The 1/1 first strike and hasty, who, if I have another target knight, can get +1/+0 whenever he attacks.
Nice.
But equipped abilities that I activate the charge him. That, anyways, equipment is 3 less to activate. There's one single piece of equipment in this deck when you get a go.
But yeah, but it's a pretty nasty one. So
Pinging you for 1.
for 1 right off the bat. Holy cow, man! Take it easy.
Your turn, sir.
It's supposed to be fun. Come on.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, for you. Dismal Backwater, so I will gain that life back. All that hard work, Travis, for nothing. Nothing, I say. And that's my turn. I will pass the turn to you.
You got that one blocking, dude.
But that has first strike, right? Does it not?
It does have first
yeah,
strike.
so.
Okay. There's that. What is the best course of action here? The best course of action is to attack with my Fervent Champion with first strike.
Shenanigans?
You know what? No shenanigans.
Okay, then I will take 1 and be down to 19.
And you know what? We'll tap 1. The Akum Hellhound.
Nice.
He is the 0/0 who gets +2/+2 if I can drop that land, son. But only if I do it with street level intensity of a Akum Hellhound. Your turn.
End step, tap 1 black, flash out Thieves Guild Enforcer. So you will mill 2 cards as it enters the battlefield.
Mille. Ooh, Bone Crusher Giant and a Shatter Skull. That's that mythic land.
Ooh, nice. Ha ha ha, got your land out of the way. I'm sure there's more where that came from. Alrighty, so first things first, Travis. We are going to flip this bad boy to its land side. I think this is a lady. Yep. Black Bloom Bog enters the battlefield tapped. I can tap it for black. So that enters the battlefield tapped. And choices. Choices.
So that lady gets Death Touch and +2/+1 as long as I have, what, a certain amount of graveyard cards?
8 cards
Okay.
in your graveyard.
Okay.
I came here to play, Travis. Move to combat.
Okay.
Thieves Guild Enforcer attacks for 1.
So I have to mill though, right?
No, this is not one. That's the other one. Well, okay. So this attacks, and it'll do 1 damage.
No block. I
No.
dropped to 19.
Okay. I'm going to then, second main phase, tap for 2, and I'm going to bring out the Vantress Gargoyle.
What the crap?
It's an artifact creature. It's a 5/4. It's got flying. Can't attack unless defending player has 7 or more cards in their graveyard. Can't block unless you have 4 or more cards in hand. I have exactly 4 cards in hand. I can tap it, and each player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard.
Jeez.
It's a big boy for 2.
So it can block though.
Yes,
I don't want it to block.
because I currently have 4 cards in hand. So I'm going to then pass the turn to you.
I want it to block. Untap. Draw. Okay, so we're going to play Castle Embereth, which is a mountain land. Enters the battlefield tapped unless I control a mountain. I control 2.
Which is a very good chance in that deck, so...
Okay, now I got to do this.
You don't have to do anything.
Tapping
You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it.
Thundering Rebuke. It deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. I didn't miss anything. There's no, like, hexproof. There's no...
No, sadly, no.
Okay. It's a sorcery, though, so I had to do it then.
Yeah.
Took my turn to do that. I didn't want to take my turn to do that.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
So he's not a knight, and he has to be a knight to get his ability, but he's a 2/3 now,
Yes.
and he's a 1/1.
So I'm taking 3.
He has first strike. So that thing is
It's just currently a 1/1.
just currently 1/1.
Until you get 8?
So I'm not,
8.
not concerned about this point. All right,
Okay.
so...
My turn? Oh, sorry, my turn?
Your turn to take
Should I
3
take damage
damage
first? And then, yeah, there we go.
Yeah. All right, now, yes, it is your turn.
Okay, so untap.
Who got rid of the big guy?
Draw. You know what, we'll do this. I'm going to tap for a black and a blue. Even though I can flash this out. I'm going to do it now. Soaring Thought Thief. We saw it before. But it enters the battlefield. And so it's rogue. So you will mill 2 cards.
Okay.
And now as well, whenever one or more rogues I control attack, each opponent mills 2 cards. I'm then going to pay 1 blue. Bring out Merfolk Windrobber. It's another rogue. This one's flying. A 1/1. Whenever Merfolk Windrobber deals combat damage to a player, that player mills a card. Sacrifice it, draw a card. Activate this ability only if an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. It is another rogue, so you will mill 2 more cards.
Another Castle Lembrith. Another... Ooh, give me all my mills.
What's your card count now in your graveyard?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. Move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to attack with Thieves Guild Enforcer. Now, whenever 1 or more rogues I control attack, each opponent mills 2 cards.
Okay, so Royal Eruption and a Mountain.
So that is going to now put the threshold for these 2. So this is now going to be a 3/2 with
3/2
Death Touch.
Death Touch. Okay, so I'll take 3 down to 16.
Okay. And we'll see how long these live. I will pass the turn now to you, sir.
Okay. All right. Tough call here. I think I'm going to flip this one here.
Okay.
And read it. So I'm pretty sure this one can come in untapped. As Shatter Skull the Hammer pass enters the battlefield, I may pay 3 life. If I don't, it enters tapped. Let me double check something.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll put me up to 4. But cost me 3 life. So I'm not going to do that. It's going to enter tapped. But it's a landfall trigger, so he does get his +2/+2.
Okay.
I'm then going to tap 2 to play the stomp side of the Bone Crusher Giant. Ooh. So Bone Crusher Giant is a 4/3 giant, but I'm playing his stomp. And it says damage can't be prevented this turn. It deals 2 damage to any target. So I'm going to stomp on your...
Stomp on her.
Your Death Touch.
Makes sense.
He's on an adventure. So now I have 2 dudes. Again, his thing can't affect him, but they're attacking anyway. So he's a 1/1, and he is a 2/3.
Okay. I feel like there might be shenanigans. I'm going to put the 1/3 in front of the 1/1. It does have first strike, though, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to put this one in front of that.
Okay. So I will tap 1 to put another young gentleman on another adventure. Boulder Rush on my first striking Fervent champion.
Okay. So that's going to be a
3/1 first strike.
3/1 first strike. This is currently a
2/3.
2/3. Prior to damage, I'm going to sacrifice the Merfolk Windrobber. So it'll block the damage because it will be blocked, but I will get to draw a card. So I will draw a card. And then this damage goes through, and that dies. So I didn't take any damage, but it still hurt a lot.
But you didn't take any damage.
It didn't take any damage, though. And those are both on adventures.
They're both on fun little adventures. His Bone Crusher Giant comes back for 3 mana as a 4/3, and the Rimrock Giant comes back as a 3/1 for 2 mana.
Okay.
Over to you, sir.
Over to me. So untap. Draw. I will pass the turn to you.
Would. You totally would. With all that blue mana, some that's black.
So almost flashed you a card.
Hey, now.
Almost flashed him a card.
We're going for it, people. We are
Okay.
going for it. Boom, boom, boom. For the Relic Robber. He's a 2/2 with haste. When he deals combat damage to a player, that player creates a 0/1 colorless goblin construct artifact creature token with this creature can't block, and at the beginning of your upkeep, this creature deals 1 damage to you.
And that's when he deals combat damage to me, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to tap for 2, including 1 black, and I'm going to cast an instant called Heartless Act.
No.
Choose 1. Destroy target creature with no counters on it, or remove up to 3 counters from target creature. I will choose to destroy target creature with no counters on it.
I only have 1
I
copy of him in the deck.
Good riddance, my friend.
Relic Robber. All right.
Now, you did not play a
I
land?
did not play lands,
Okay.
no. Like I said, I was hoping to top deck and a white land, but I really wanted to do the Relic Robber because I saw an open board. I got greedy,
Yeah.
but now I'm attacking for all of 1 because
I'm going to tap for 1 black.
no.
Flash out Thieves Guild Enforcer, which because of your graveyard, it's currently a 3/2.
Okay, pre-block. I'll tap 1, 2, shock.
Oh,
Shock it.
shocking.
I
Shocking,
got
sir.
Such a beefy graveyard here. You're still gonna take that 1
Take that 1.
unless you got something else.
No.
Good,
When does he
sir.
get +1?
Only he can give another knight.
Oh,
+1.
another one.
Again,
Okay,
he's,
okay.
he's the worst 1/1 for haste ever. They put all this stuff on him so it looks impressive. Like, oh, he can give someone else +1. Oh,
Still
and
okay. If there was other
the
knights in your
cheaper-
deck, I think it would work a lot better. But yeah.
Well, I think he's the dwarf is the only other one. But all right, I got my 0/1 blocker up there, sir.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Come on,
I
land.
think
We're both kind of hurting for land, right?
No, I'm fine. I had to waste a lot of resources to keep stuff going, and I mean I got my adventure dudes, but
I'm gonna pay for 3, including 2 black, to bring out Nighthawk Scavenger. So we saw it before. Now I will need you to tell me how many different card types you have in there.
I have an instant, a creature, and a land, and a sorcery. I have no artifacts, no enchantments.
Okay, so currently it is a 5/3 flying Death Touch with lifelink.
Ouch.
But man, last time he did not last long. He died pretty quick. I'm going to pass the turn out to you, sir.
Holding the top deck of land. That is not a land. Oh, but he has lifelink. He's going to be just bringing you back from nowhere because I wasted my removals early. Well, shock
Wasting's a strong word. Travis.
Shock wouldn't have done much. Ironically, and I put removal in for that specific reason. I wasted on other things. I'm still at 4 land, so I can't do more than 1 play this turn. I can't do more than 1 play this turn. I can do this. So I'll tap for Torbrand, Thane of the Relfred.
Makes sense.
Thane of the Relfred. Ooh, read much. So, he does have first strike, and I can't block a flyer anyway, so I might as well at least swing in.
And he would do, if he damages me, he's going to do an additional 2 points of damage, right?
Yeah.
Which he would also do to the Nighthawk Scavenger. So, just so folks know, I cannot block this because it would just kill it, and it wouldn't even get its lifelink off because it would first strike damage and then immediately do 2 additional damage before the second strike damage. So I'm just explaining why I'm not blocking with it so that people don't go crazy.
I can't block him at all, so I might as well attack.
So 3 I'm taking, right?
Yeah.
Puts me down to 12.
Your turn, sir.
My turn.
Tap me out.
Come on, land. Come on, land.
You have a flying lifelinker, and I have 1 card in hand, which is obviously not a removal because I would have burned that thing to cinders if I could have. So I'm in a rough spot. I'm hoping the top deck removal, or this is going to get really out of hand.
Move to combat. Yeah, move to combat. So I'll swing in with the 5/3 lifelinker.
I have no blocks, so I drop down to 11. Oh, lifelink.
And then I'm going to go up to 17.
Beyond the fact that I'm, he's pulling away with lifelink, I'm also 5 a turn that I'm not going to be able to do anything with.
I'm going to pay 3. to bring out another Nighthawk Scavenger.
Oh, that is it.
Pass the turn to you.
Even top decking is not gathering me nothing.
I do not underestimate your ability to make this game change. I've been screwed so many times. Not screwed, that's a bad term. I've been defeated so many times out of the
No, it's just a land. But I'll get a land trigger.
Well, that's good.
So, Spike Field Cave. It could have dealt 1 damage as a sorcery, but 1 damage is not going to get me anywhere. So it's going to enter tapped. There's no way it cannot enter tapped. So enter tapped.
But that does trigger the landfall.
Does trigger the landfall. Yep. And we are going to go to combat.
Okay. Swinging with everything.
I can't block flyers, dude.
So
it's got to be aggressive.
So that's going to be 3. It's going to be 4, 7 in total, and 11. I'm going to put that in front of that. Seems weird, but just in case, I need to do it.
It seems completely fine.
Okay, so damage goes through.
Damage goes through.
I'm going to gain 5. And then I'm going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm down. So I'm down to 15. So lost 7, gained 5. Yeah, so I'm down 2. These trade?
These trade.
Okay.
I will tap 3 to bring my Bone Crusher Giant off of his adventure. So when he enters the battlefield... No, pardon me. When Bone Crusher Giant becomes target of a spell, he deals 2 damage to that spell's controller.
Okay.
Otherwise, he is a 4/3.
Okay.
1 left. Over to you.
Over to me. Untap. Draw. Move to combat.
Move to combat.
Swinging for 5 still, right?
Yep. Drop to 6.
Up to 20.
Ugh.
Tap for 3.
Do I not forget something? Do I like hidden burn somewhere on the
Including
board?
2 black. Nighthawk Scavenger.
Are you kidding me? That's why you threw that guy under the bus. I thought you just were so confident in your lifelinking over the top.
I feel comfortable telling you I just top decked that. So I had other plays, but I will pass it to you.
Yeah. All right. I'm not sure what I can get. Again, it's like, you want that land, right? Well, I got that land. Won't much matter, because next turn you can attack with 2. Unless I can put such heat on, but I don't think with 20 the heat is that high without that +2 damage anymore. Yeah. He was triggered, though, so he is a 2/3 now.
Okay.
Yep, we will swing through. So at this point, he's just a 1, he's 2/3, and he's a 4/3.
So I'm looking at 7?
Yes. A paltry 7.
Sorry, I would do, if I had the I don't know if I have the edit for it or not, but right now there would be that the hangover, the mathematical things going when he's counting the cards, because Embercleave, I'm Embercleave, as far as I can think of, is the only thing that messes me here, and I still don't think it's enough because it gives double strike, and I can't remember what else it gives.
+1/+1 and double strike.
+1/+1 and double strike.
At most,
so,
yes, that.
Yeah, so
10.
5, so that would be to do 10. No blocks.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm taking...
They put 1 Embercleave in the
taking 4, 5, 6, 7.
I put 1 Relic Hunter in the deck. He gets 3, 4 Vampire Nighthawks? Has it been 4?
Well, I guess there's an easy way to tell, right?
Yeah.
3. Just 3.
Just 3.
Just 3.
Just 3.
My turn, or
no? I can cast stuff. Not that it'll make a difference. I'll tap 3 for Annex, and then let's just bring Buddy off his. Neither of them have reach, so they can't block the massive.
You're Hellbent.
Hellbent tapped out, but for 1.
Draw. Move to combat.
Yeah.
Swinging with that for 10.
10.
23. So 23. I'm going to end it at. Well, we've made it a series. We've made it an actual best 2 out of 3 series, which I like to see. So we are going to not waste any time. We're going to shuffle up right now, maybe sideboard again, though I think I'm okay for myself. And we'll be right back. And we're back with the third and final game
Yep.
Travis, did you mulligan?
I didn't.
Did you sideboard?
I did.
Okay, so those are being shown right now,
Yeah.
the sideboard cards. I didn't see how many. I was 2.
I was 3 out, 3 in. Just more burn. Game 2 just emphasized that I cannot let that life
more
flicker.
burn.
Can't let him stand.
Did you mulligan now, though?
I didn't, though.
So now our opening hands are showing, and you guys see that I had a mulligan.
Yeah.
I still think it's okay, considering it's a mulligan hand. Travis,
You're in the draw.
Best of luck to you, because you've mentioned this before, that like loading ready runs, one of their favorite sayings is the stakes cannot be lower.
Yeah.
So let's just enjoy this.
Turn 1, Fervent Champion.
I'm not enjoying this anymore.
My enjoyment went so fast. It departed hastily.
I didn't enjoy that at all. Down to 19.
Yeah, whatever. It's not like he's that. Isn't there like a 2/2 with haste in Modern, the Goblin Guide?
There probably is.
But then I think you get a land
like
or...
a 3/2 with haste. So for 1. Is that your turn? Or
is that not turn enough for you?
Do you want to do anything else to me? So.
Sacrifice creature in addition to cost of pink? No. Yeah, your turn, sir.
My turn. Okay, so draw. Interesting that's the card I drew. I will play a swamp. I'll do this now because it's sorcery speed. I'm going to cast Blood Chief's Thirst for 1 black.
Ooh.
It's a kicker of 2 and 1 black, but I'm not going to be paying that. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with a converted mana cost 2 or less. If the spell was kicked, instead destroy target creature or planeswalker. It's not kicked, but that does have 2 or less. Mana cost, CMC as the kids say. I will pass the turn now to you.
He wanted a big turn 2, he did. Untap, draw. Turn 2, tapping 2 for the Kerrigan Intimidator. 3/1 with all that stuff you can do.
All that jazz.
All that jazz.
My turn?
Back to you, you removal king.
Draw.
We played a game of Commander recently, and there was like no straight up removal played, and it was like one of my best times ever because like everyone just got to do everything. Removal's important. I'm not complaining about removal, but it was like everyone just doing stuff.
Was that the...
That was the Sir Conrad.
Yeah. That was crazy.
When Sir Conrad sticks around, he actually does stuff.
You know what? And that game was fun. This is an aside, but whatever.
Yeah.
You guys are used to it by now. But that game was really fun because everyone got to do stuff with their deck, which is so nice in Commander. A lot of the times, one person is just like not able to kick off, so it's like they get to watch other people play. Yeah. That was great because we never knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So, anyways, sorry. Island?
I'm not against removal, just saying.
What are his abilities?
So for 1, I can choose one that hasn't been chosen. So he can't basically keep buffing him up. But for 1, he can get +1/+1 on a turn. 1 is he can target creature becomes a coward, and cowards can't block warriors. So essentially, probably can't block him.
Yeah.
Because I think he might be the only warrior. And the last one is target warrior gains trample.
Okay.
So
I will pass the turn to you then.
Like no abilities for haste, no abilities for first strike, nothing like that. All right. Okay, so we're going to go to combat.
Okie dokie.
Swinging in.
I'm going to tap for 2, include 1 black, and I'm going to cast Eliminate. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with a converted mana cost 3 or less.
There he goes. I'll tap 2 for the Kerrigan Intimidator. Hey, whatever. I keep losing my dudes here, so we're both treading water.
Do what you got to do.
Back to you.
Back to me. Okay, I'm going to play Swamp. And then for sorcery speed, I'm going to tap 1 black, and I'm going to cast Blood Chief's Thirst.
Lord. Did you keep a hand of pure removal, or are you just like top deck and everything here?
This deck is just... I kept a hand with some removal. I'm not going to lie.
Some removal?
That. Yeah. I'm going to pass the turn out to you.
With 2 mana still. And I'm running out of cards there. All right. I do get to play a 3rd land.
Excellent. I'm
going to attempt to drop the Bone Crusher Giant just as the Bone Crusher Giant.
How many cards do you have in your graveyard?
I have 3 in my graveyard.
I'm going to tap blue and a black, and I'm going to cast Drown in the Loch.
No.
Choose 1, counter target spell with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of cards in its controller's graveyard, or destroy target creature with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of cards in your controller's graveyard. Now, there's no point in me waiting that hit and destroying it, so I'll just counter it, because otherwise I'd be taking 2 points of damage, right?
No.
Isn't that the one where if I...
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We target him. I get you. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, your turn.
Okay. Draw.
1, 2, 3, 4 sources of removal. Well, again, a counter spell is just another form of removal.
And that puts 4 cards in your graveyard?
I'm at 4 in my graveyard, yeah.
Okay. I will pass the turn out to you.
They are all creatures. Tap. And now I'm wasting these. Tapping 2 for the Rimrock Knight.
Nice.
Over to you.
Yeah, tap for 2, including a black and a blue.
No.
And cast Soaring Thought Thief, which we've seen before. So that's not the mill on enter, mill on attack. So,
okay.
My turn to?
Your turn.
Okay. Tap. Draw. I will move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to swing in for 1, but that will cause you to mill 2.
Fervent Champion and Annex. Where were you? Not that I could have cast them.
And that's how many cards now in your graveyard?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 cards in your graveyard. Okay. Okay.
Wait.
I will pass the turn to you.
Okay. Tap. Draw. Mountain. So I'm going to tap 2 for sorcery called Thundering Rebuke. Do those 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker.
I'm going to tap 2 and cast Drown in the Lock to counter that.
Okay. I'm going to tap 2
This game is ridiculous.
for Royal Interruption. It was not kicked, so it's going to deal 3 damage to any target.
Okay, so I'm assuming, yeah.
Now I'm going to attack. Of course, you can get that one flashy dude, or even that one removal spell that can take care of that dude.
Nothing else that I'm going to do now. So I'll take 3.
Damage happens.
Puts me down to 16. There we
Look
go.
at my graveyard.
Holy
Boy.
moly.
All right, I'm tapped out.
My turn?
Over to you. I had to waste 2 cards without paying their adventure cost, which is just hurts my soul.
I'm going to play a Temple of Deceit. So I will get to scry 1.
Removal, top, otherwise...
No,
I don't need more removal.
I will... I'm going to put that on the bottom. Interesting. I'm going to pay for 2, and I'm going to cast Vantress Gargoyle. So it's flying. It can't attack unless defending player has 7 or more cards in their graveyard, which it does, which you do have right now. It can't block, though, unless I have 4 more cards in my hand, which I do not, so it can't block. I can tap it. Each player puts the top card of the library into their graveyard. Pass the turn out to you.
So what is the threshold for being able to attack again?
7.
Oh, are you sure I'm not there?
Oh, you were there. Yeah, you were there for that
so
one. But you're not there for... I'm not there for the blocking because I only have 1 card left in hand, so...
Untap. Draw. Okay, so we're going to tap 2 for Thundering Rebuke.
Are these some of the things that you sideboarded in?
I didn't even look. It said removal.
Oh, was it... How much damage? It's 4, right? Yeah, it is 4. Okay, yeah. So that goes to the grid.
Royal Eruption was 3.
Yeah.
So, good thing. Okay, go to combat.
Go to combat. Go for combat. So 13.
Oh, Rimrock
This
Knight,
has just been a game of removal. Interesting. My turn. Draw.
Just need to keep my one night around. Just, come on.
2 black.
I don't think I'm going to keep him around.
1 of whatever. Nighthawk Scavenger.
No.
Would I be able to give me a count of the types of cards that you have?
Sorcery. Creature.
That's right, too. So it is only a 3/3 right now. It's a 3/3 with lifelink, death touch, and flying.
Which one was instant then? I thought I had 1 instant burn. But...
No, I guess not. Your turn. Now you can be fairly certain I'm not going to block with that because... Ooh.
Just 2 for Royal Eruption. So it deals 3 damage because I don't have... Because for Kicker, you need 7 mana. So it's just 3 damage.
3 damage to this? Okay.
That's enough.
That is enough.
I am now out of cards. I have 1 knight who's sticking around, hopefully.
Travis?
Yeah.
I got to ask you a question. Have we ever had a game where we're both just hellbent?
I don't know. But,
Hellbent with no creatures on the field? Flashing it out, blocking it.
No first striking.
Wow, this is going to be interesting. Okay.
At least you have ways of drawing cards, though. I guess,
right? Yeah, but
nothing.
you do have some nutty stuff that you could end up drawing off the top. I'm not even gonna bluff you. I'm not because here's why. Because that could be important to have that land down. So who knows? Pass turn to you.
Also, I wouldn't. The good thing though is I've burned through so many burn spells that I'm likely to at least get a creature out of this. Off to a start.
Magic at its finest, folks. Ooh. My turn.
Yeah. Go on. My turn.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta have something good here. I do have something good.
Oh no.
Tapping 4.
Ooh, for 4. Ooh, that could be nasty.
I could if he sticks around.
He sticks around.
No haste on Toran, though. We saw him earlier, so I'm not going to bother reading him. Okay. He's a 2/4.
It's a 2/4.
He's a 2/4.
My turn?
Your turn. It's like instant removal. She's just looking at it.
Pass turn to you.
Oh, wait till your turn to do it. Untap.
One black. Flash out Thieves Guild Enforcer.
Okay.
So it's got Death Touch as well, too.
It has Death Touch as well, too.
And I'll put it in front of that.
I have no trample.
Okay.
So they trade. Mountain go. You know what? I'm at the point now where that crazy, spell that is a mythic land.
Pass turn to you.
I can actually do something with that crazy mythic land. Now I want to get that mythic land. Because I don't even know what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's like X damage, and I can get up to 6X. I think it's XX.
Pass turn to you.
Another Torbrand.
There aren't a lot of lands in these decks either. Like, not compared to like a Planeswalker deck. Ooh.
We're going to find out what it is. Is it to creatures, though? I don't even know. Let me read the card. I'll read it aloud just so we all know where my head's at.
So you're revealing something in your hand for...
So it's X and 2 reds. Shatter, Skull, Smash does X damage divided as I choose among any up to 2 target creatures and or planeswalkers.
Not players, though?
Not players. If X is 6 or more, Shattering Skull deals twice X damage divided as I choose among them instead. So no matter what, you cannot hit a
player.
I can do a lot because X will be more than 6.
You could play it as a land.
Yeah, that ain't happening. Okay, so I tipped my hat that I had... But I mean,
but you got excited for it.
Well, given that we were,
and you had to flip it anyways, right? So unless you're going to grab your phone and look it up, so
look down here and flip. I don't know. Your turn.
My turn.
It's a sorcery too, so I can't even get triggered with it.
Pass turn to you.
Don't you play a creature? We'll burn off the face of this earth. X is getting higher.
Is it your end step?
It's my end step. Why can't X be?
Oh, I forgot you were supposed to mill, but it doesn't really matter.
No.
But now on your end step, I'll get you to mill too.
Shock. And, the Relic Robber would have been so perfect. And again, he is the only one in there.
And because that's sorcery speed, you can't do anything right now. So, my turn?
Yeah. Relic Robber.
Move to combat.
Okay.
Swinging for 3.
I dropped to 17.
And I will pass the turn to you.
Yeah, I guess we might as well do this, really. You might have counterspell. I'm just going to dump all the mana because I have nothing else to do with it. So we are going to Shattering Skull Smash.
Gonna tap for 2. Negate. Counter target non-creature spell.
It's a land. Over to you.
Over to me?
Over to you.
Okay, I will play Swamp. Move to combat.
Yep.
Swinging for 3.
Drop to 14.
Pass the turn to you.
But now, I've gone through so much burn. Over to you.
Over to me. Not like this. Not like this.
I can even exile my graveyard. At least things will get a little bit better.
Combat?
Combat.
For 3.
Down to 11. You're officially winning.
Pass the turn to you.
And I got a feeling you might have... okay. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6.
Holy cow.
7. For Royal Eruption kicked.
On that?
On that.
Yeah.
Because I have the mana to kick it, so why don't I kick it? I can't believe I got another burn spell, though. Of all the cards... actually, Bone Crusher Giant would have been really nice there. Because I could have stomped and then attempted to play Bone Crusher Giant.
Yeah.
Over to you.
Over to me.
Over to you.
God, Lord, pass the turn to you.
But you have ways of drawing cards, don't you?
Well, you would think, but apparently not.
Nah, whatever. We came here to do stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the exact same thing I just did.
Oh.
So for 7 mana, I'm going to cast Royal Eruption, kicked, because it deals 5 damage to any target.
My face.
So,
There we
I
go.
mean, obviously, you
Down
should
to
hang
8.
on to that for a creature, but, like...
No, hey,
But
I
if
mean,
you don't try anything-
you have a chance of burning me to death in that deck, so, you know what I mean? So,
Not the most efficient chance.
and my guys, are, for the most part, are typically quite small. My turn?
Your turn.
Pass turn to you.
Come on. I think I'm like I've hit my capacity of actual
How
lands.
many lands are in that deck?
In a mono red deck, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just 12, that's... So I think I've only had one of those.
You might have had a land earlier as well, too. I can't remember if I
Oh,
milled you
from
for a land.
milling, yeah.
Yeah.
Whew. Over to you.
End step. 1 blue, flash out Merfolk Windrobber.
Pay 1 to a Spikefield Hazard, deals 1 damage to any target. If a permanent would dealt this way would die, exile it.
I'm going to sacrifice it while that's on the stack to draw a card.
Yeah, you would. That's also a land kind of card.
Oh, yes,
That's-
yeah. Yeah. My turn?
Yeah, that was your end step. Or my end step, yeah.
Good lord. Okay. Draw. Play an island. Oops, untap this one. Tap for 3.
Just
Putting
don't have
2
lifelink.
black.
Just don't have lifelink. God damn
The
it!
Nighthawk Scavenger.
Oh, and I burned your face, and I should have saved it.
I will pass the turn to you.
There
was a
way.
good chance that you would eventually be able to burn me out, though.
No. I mean, I can at least do this. In theory, 2, play the Kerrigan Intimidator.
Now you're going to see what I've been holding in my hands forever. I'll cast Eliminate. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with the converted mana 3 or less.
Fair enough. Oh, and lifelink. And a game so close, lifelink.
And draw.
I
and
should do a recheck here. Although I don't think things change. Oh, that wasn't instant. Because the checks as instant, so instant sorcery creature. You must have put a land in there. You did not put a land in there?
No, instant sorcery creatures.
That's still 4 on lifelink.
Yeah.
And flying.
And flying. Okay, so I will start off by playing Dismal Backwater to gain 1 life to go up to 9.
Always with life gain.
And then, so we said instant sorcery creature. That's it. Wow, that's amazing. So I'll move to combat.
Yep.
Swing in for 4.
Drop to 7.
Go up to 13.
And now there is no way. I have to have gone through all my burn.
Pass the turn now to you.
I think there's a second one of those lands that burns for double X. Yeah, there's a second one of those lands that burns for double X. Yeah, we're going to do that right away.
I can't do anything about that.
Are you kidding me?
No.
No? Oh,
No.
right, sweet.
Because this isn't counter heavy. This is more like removal heavy, this deck. So
I want to read a third time, make sure I can't hit a player. Because, I so could have killed you. X and 6 or more, it deals twice X damage. Yeah, so he took like a lot, times 2.
this deck is...
That was my top
game's going
deck.
to be fun to edit. Okay, so my turn?
Yep.
Untap.
That's another land kind of card.
Draw.
Like,
Play an island. Pass to go.
why couldn't my spell have lifelink?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Draw. Unbelievable. I will pass the turn to you.
It's a land.
I think it's the spike hand thing. Though, isn't
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'll pass to you.
it? Okay. We're getting serious now, Travis.
Yeah, you're getting chances to draw removal and counterspell. I'm drawing like land things that
Pass the turn to you.
do minimal effects. All right. Bloop bloop. Rimrock Knight.
I will allow it.
For now. All right, your turn.
I will... On your end step. Tap for a blue and a black for Soaring Thought Thief. So because you have, I think at this point you have more than 8 cards in your graveyard.
Do we have more than 8 cards?
So it will be a 2/3.
So, but he enters, so I mill.
No, this is when it attacks. This one's attacking.
Okay.
Yeah, there was the one that mills when it enters the battlefield.
Okay. We're going to blow through some spells here. So I'm going to blow through a shock and a Spikefield Hazard to deal 3 damage in total.
Okay.
Do
Prior to the whatever the last one would be, black Malakir Rebirth. So I'm taking 2, so I'm down to 11.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but this is going to come back.
But now you're on tap, so...
Actually... Okay, so here's the thing. Did you say what order in which you did it? Because the spike thing would exile it.
Yes. So shock goes out that way.
Okay, so if that's going to be the order, then this will take 2, and then if it would die, you would exile it instead. So it wouldn't. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. So I think the exile would trump that. So I think this is going to go into exile. So I will not cast that. So so I'll gain 2 life again. Not gain 2 life, but I'll back that up.
So you can play as land?
Yeah, if I need to, right? And then still on your end step, I will cast Heartless Act. Destroy target creature with no counters on it.
Good lord. And the thing is, I've only seen one, I think, of your Vampire Nighthawks. So if I see them, I'm in trouble.
Okay, so play a swamp, and I'm going to organize my land. No, I'm just organizing my land. I'll pass the turn to you as I organize my land.
All right. Wow, my deck is getting really thin. All right, so we're going to attempt here. Paying 2 for the Kerrigan Intimidator.
Okie dokie, that is the hit.
All right. No haste.
No haste. Okay, good. My turn?
Yep.
Okay. Tap 1. Blood Chief's Thirst.
How is this happening?
Pass the turn to you.
Bone Crusher Giant. Well, at least. Tap 1. Fervent Champion.
Nice.
At least there's haste. Swinging in for 1.
Tapping 2. Flash out the Soaring Thought Thief. Block.
No way to bump it. First strike does nothing.
My turn?
Your turn.
Oh my goodness. This game. Move to combat.
Yep.
So this gets +1. So it's going to swing in for 2.
Down to 5.
I will get you to mill 2 cards.
Oh, these could have been good. To a Thorn is pretty good. And removal, which would have been also pretty good.
Yeah. Pass the turn out to you.
Bloop. What do I get for it? Tap 2, Rimrock Giant.
Okay. My turn?
Your turn. I haven't even had a creature long enough to use any of their abilities.
Okay. 2 black, 2 whatever. To cast Rankle, Master Apprentice. 3/3, flying, haste. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, choose any number. Each player discards a card. Each player loses 1 life and draws a card. Each player sacrifices a creature. Doesn't really matter.
It's 5 in the air.
They're both rogues. So, yeah, it's 6 actually in total in the air. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Because I ended up getting a buffer of removal.
Yeah.
So every time you're quick set, so I still had Heartless Act in case I needed to get that, but I was so worried about a much bigger threat. Yeah, it's more
I'm even.
I'm close to even as well too. That got ridiculous because both of us. I didn't really tell you what I sideboarded in. Every possible removal I had in my sideboard, I had sideboarded in. Yeah. So it was just like that was.
Well, ironically, the one I didn't put in was the one that made me sacrifice lands. But in the end, because every game I've played with this deck so far, I haven't had a ton of lands. So I'm like, there's no way I'm doing that because I want to maybe do a few things per turn. But I think I hit. How much removal do I actually have left? Like, I'm curious. Well, that one doesn't really count.
I won't know until editing, but the land count once we were hellbent was just constant. Because at a certain point, I did hold back a land because I'm like, okay, now I can at least bluff with one of these for a while. But eventually, it was just like,
it's funny in the situation. I mean, bluffing is always good, but it's like I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, exactly, right. You're not. It's not like you're gonna wait for just in case. So
and that mythic, the fact that I couldn't hit a player, that was annoying. I'm like,
I would be dead. I would be dead because you would have had 2 of those, and that would have been more than enough. If it was like straight fireball, then it would have been more than enough. So
well, the one was even if it was 6 or more, it's twice damage. But again, ifs and buts, it just simply did not hit players.
Yeah. So it's the losers bracket. We both got to play again. That last game was kind of nuts. We each had a game where we really got to show off the decks again. So for those of you who sort of missed out or felt like you missed out on seeing some extra gameplay with the Mono Red Aggro or the Dimir Rogues, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you didn't feel like you missed out, hopefully you still enjoyed it anyways. Travis, I think we're running out of time. So anything you'd like to say before we go?
No. All good.
Folks, you're all wonderful. I'm going to assume that anyways. I think if you're watching this video, very good chance you're a wonderful human being. So keep being a wonderful human being, and we will see you all in the next video.